Hi, so I'm using Chrome OS Flex on this MacBook Pro from 2009, and it's a 2 gig RAM MacBook Pro, so it's pretty old and low powered. And I used to have Cloud Ready, which is also sort of a form of Chrome OS, and now what I have is I've just installed Chrome OS Flex. If you want to install Chrome OS Flex, you can just sign up to sort of be like an advanced user, and then you need to use the Chrome Recovery Utility, which is an extension in Chrome, and you have to do that in Windows or Mac. You can't do it in Linux. But once you have that extension installed on a Chrome browser, again in Windows or Mac, then you can take a USB card or a SD card and install Chrome OS Flex. And they do warn you with sort of plenty of caveats about its performance and its stability. And so that's why I'm making this video, because I wanted to show you sort of a real life situation. So again, this thing used to have Cloud Ready on it, so it was working then, and now I've sort of replaced that with Chrome OS Flex. So I'm going to log in here, and just so you can sort of see how it works. So you can see here that the Chrome thing restarted because it does that a lot, and that tear that you just saw, that happens a lot. So it's not that much different than Cloud Ready in terms of, I mean, it's a Chrome OS system, so they all look kind of the same. Everything's in the same place. So there's no real learning curve in terms of the OS. I mean, they do have this thing over here, which is nice, where you can do the screen capture. I'm not sure if that is on Chrome boxes as well, or Chromebooks, because I haven't had one in a while, but anyway, that's there. Again, the problem with this, among other things, is that it'll probably crash it. So if this is that's the kind of tearing that you see often. Okay, so that's something that did not happen with Cloud Ready. Now, I didn't use Cloud Ready all the time on this computer because it's so low powered and that I really didn't bother using it for a long time. But even when I did use Cloud Ready, there wouldn't be that tearing. There would be sometimes just straight up crashing and freezing, but there wasn't this weird tearing. So here you can see it takes a while to load YouTube. So let's just sort of see how this works in terms of like at least of content consumption. Let's just sort of see how this works. So let's just play this NBC News thing here and see how the video works. So you can see it takes a pretty long time compared to most newer devices. Let's just see if how well the thing works.
If you want to eat healthy and feel your best, you gotta try Kachava. Kachava is the world's healthiest all-in-one meal shake. It's made with over 70.
Department says they're working diligently.
So as you can see, yeah, there isn't, you can see that tearing happens just all the time. So,
to verify the kidnapping, as some seek help from a higher power.
Sue Ellen is in God's hands.
So Priscilla, I guess the big question is...
Yeah, as you can see, this happens quite often. And so it just sort of renders it almost unusable. So I don't know. I mean, maybe Cloud Ready. I'm not quite sure what the requirements for Chrome OS Flex are. I guess I could look that up right now. Now you can see some more weirdness happening. So you see a lot of flashing and just weird stuff like that. So yeah, again, there's something that's not quite right here with Chrome OS Flex and this MacBook Pro. So my recommendation anyway is that if you Yeah, it says you need 4 gigs of RAM, I guess, and this has 2, so maybe that's part of it. So yeah, can Chrome OS Flex be installed on any computer after 2010? Yeah, so this is a 2009, so maybe that's probably why it's just a little bit ahead of, a little bit too old. So yeah, that's it. I think if you really want to use a 2009 MacBook Pro, and I think probably you'd have to either use some flavor of Linux. Of course, Chrome OS is a flavor of Linux. And like I said, the Cloud Ready one worked all right. I'd be interested in knowing if like you could use some other light form of Linux, like Puppy or something else that might also work here. Even Linux Lite maybe, and see how that works. Maybe there is one that actually seems will work well with a 2009 MacBook Pro and not crash as much, despite this thing only having 2 gigs of RAM. So that's an open question. Anyway, hope this was useful. Again, bottom line is probably don't do Chrome OS Flex on a 2009 MacBook Pro. Okay, thanks.